One day, I am going to take the one thing that you love, your SmackDown Women's Championship.
I'm never gonna be done, lean on me. Now welcome to the kingdom.
The queendom, where the kings bow down. They relinquish the crown. Y'all gon' hate me now. I just turn that around and make you love me, love me.
Hey, whoa! What are you doing, Kaylee? Hey, that's enough. Kaylee, come on, let's get you checked out. That was unnecessary, Kaylee.
You're never taking my title.
First things first, I'ma say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Oh, ooh, the way that things have been. Oh, ooh. Second thing, second, don't you tell me what you think that I can be. I'm the one at the same, I'm the master of my sea. Oh, ooh, the master of my sea. Oh, from a young age, taking my soul into the mess.
See this? Oh, volcano! Braun Strowman! Go away!
I'm never gonna be done, lean on me. Now welcome to the kingdom.
The queendom, where the kings bow down. They relinquish the crown. Y'all gon' hate me now. I just turn that around and make you love me, love me.
She got lots of time, girl. Bring it back and drop it, girl. I wanna see you pop it, girl. Don't stop, just drop it, girl. You gotta put your back.
I wanna see some real ass, baby, here's your chance. I say left cheek, right cheek, drop it low and swing. Texas up in this thing, put you up on this game. I be parking my frame, gang, 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 gang. If you don't jump to put jeans.
Went ape and actually bit one of the wrestlers in a rather painful segment, both literally and metaphorically. Now, according to Jake the Snake, this bite was intentional, and he actually had to convince Macho Man Randy Savage to take the bite by getting bit himself in order to show that it wasn't poisonous. I'm not sure I would believe that test because of how venom works at times, but still. Anyway,
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for similar content. See you in the next one.
in the world of wrestling, it may take
little bit. Coño.
His life-threatening affected the leader of the group, Roman Reigns, so he couldn't make the match.
Roman Reigns got
replacement,
sick.
Hall of Famer Kurt Angle, which would have been fine if he had been in a ring in a recent period of time, which he hadn't been.
Daddy's little girl's in trouble, Cole. Daddy's little girl is caught between a rock and a hard place. And there's the hard place and the rocks in front of her. Oh, my God. Mr. McMahon's sick. He's lost it. Put her down. Big For God's sake, put her down.
Yeah, who remembers this, though? Who was your favorite Nexus member? Comment below. Comment below. Mine was this guy right here because he was quiet and he always did what he had to do and bounced. This guy.
And the wrestler known as Test tried to cheat to win by putting his foot on the ropes to help him seal the victory. But as most refs should, he was caught, and the ref chewed him out for it. Test was not pleased with this and started to stalk the ref, leading to him pushing the ref into the ropes. A good move, but the ropes bounced the ref forward, and the ref decided to push Test back as a result. When he did, it sent Test into the clutches of his opponent Taz, who got him in a submission hold, causing Test to tap out and lose the match. So, the tag team title change happened because of the ref. Like I said, classic move. Number 8.
When I'm telling, keep it drama free.
The world of WWE gets a lot of flack thrown at it, and one of the biggest things that people say about it is that it's entirely fake. Yet there have been times that the wrestlers have been seriously injured. Here are just a few examples of that. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 6. APA versus Public Enemy. From uncomfortable finishing moves to lower regions to one of the most important moments in the brand's history, join me as I show you some of the most savage moments in WWE history.
Went for the RKO. Lee, though.
He's holding himself up.
Keith Lee, what a counter. I've never seen that with Orton.
Oh.
Absolutely incredible. Oh, and an elbow caught Randy.
WWE and beyond. And in this classic moment, he proved that the refs are supposed to mean something. Triple H was refusing to let go of a move, and so Earl forcefully pushed him off of his opponent. Then, when Shane McMahon, son of boss Vince McMahon, tried to assert his authority and get Earl to concede to his power, Earl pushed him off the apron. You go, Earl. Number 2. Refs on refs. What's better?
Just sing this song, so wrap me in plastic and make me shine. We can make a dollhouse, follow your design.
Dreaming about kings being on their knees, looking up at me like they can't believe that I need to take what they took from me. I wanna be a dark and evil queen.
Yeah. I'm gonna be posting really good content on WWE, and if you like it, you can go follow and subscribe to YouTube channel if you're bored or you just want to.
The problem, though, came when Daniel Bryan choked out ring announcer Justin Roberts with his own tie. He was doing it to help sell the heel nature of the group, and the crowd was feeling it, but management was not, and they fired him for it. When word got out about this, the fans made a plea to bring him back, and they did, and Daniel Bryan became one of the biggest names in the company. So, luckily, they listened to the fans on that one, but they don't do it as often as many would like. Last but not least, at number 1.
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for similar content. See you in the next one.
In the world of wrestling, you may take just a few examples of that. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 6. APA versus Public Enemy.
Sick with it, crew drop.
For the RKO, Lee though. He's holding himself up. Keith Lee, what a counter. I've never seen that with Orton. Oh. Absolutely incredible. Oh, and an elbow caught Randy.
He's an incredible man and a very important person in my life.
WWE knows that, which is why on occasion they'll go and have them compete in hair versus hair matches, ensure that they have a new look.
Worst in the world, more like.
One of the people who had the honor of doing this was none other than CM Punk, who went from the very long locks approach to his hairstyle to getting shaved bald. The problem was that his character didn't like that he was getting shaved bald, so he put on a luchador mask in order to hide the fact that he was now bald. Eventually he had a conflict with the Big Show, where Big Show happily ripped the mask off of him so that all the world could see a bald CM Punk. Number 4. 6, 1, 9.
I remember that.
What does Chris Jericho have against luchadors? Regardless of that answer,
watch the rest on our YouTube, link in bio, go subscribe, 100K coming soon.
You ready? Yeah. Hey! Shh, dude, no. You gotta go like, hey. Oh, okay. What?
Most times, when you see cheating in wrestling, it's known as kayfabe, meaning that it's in character and part of the show. But sometimes it doesn't go in that vein, and the greatest example of this kind of cheating is the Montreal Screwjob. In short, the WWE champion at the time was legend Bret the Hitman Hart, and he was entering the last match of his contract with WWE and was going to WCW. He was told he had to lose the title to his rival, and bitter rival at that, Shawn Michaels, in the main event of a show in Canada, Hart's home country. Hart begged Vince not to let it go down that way, and Vince agreed at the time. But when the show happened, a plot was hatched to screw Bret out of the title before he could react. Basically, Shawn Michaels put Hart in his own submission hold, the sharpshooter, and before Hart could get out of it, Vince rushed to the ring and demanded the bell be rung, ending the match in favor of Michaels.
From WCW Nitro, Ric Flair was in a tag team match and decided to illegally enter the ring without being tagged in. When he did that, referee Randy Anderson decided to get involved physically to ensure
Oh my
that Rick got
goodness,
back
look
in
at
the
this
corner.
clown.
Rick started to get physical with the ref, so the ref went into a shoving match with Flair and almost knocked him over as a result.
Ric Flair
went
was a
back to his corner
goofball.
afterwards. Don't mess with the ref. Number 4, Extreme Refs.
Is that? Yes, it is. It's Mandy. It's Mandy Rose. Mandy Rose coming to get her some retribution on Sonya Deville. Sonya now taking out Mandy, and the brawl underway here. This personal animosity goes so deep between these two women. And look at Mandy taking Sonya down. And Mandy now brawling away at Sonya Deville. After the attack by Sonya last week.
All over Sonya Deville like God's greatest soccer mom right now. Here comes Otis and Tucker to the rescue.
And we're trying to separate Mandy now from Sonya. Miz and Morrison doing the same. And Mandy, though, breaks free and goes right after Sonya.
See my diamonds even when I'm in the dark. And since you got it, it make you go and do anything you want. Shawty made that ass clap, she don't need no applause. High fashion, like Goya, G-Wagon, or the Rover. I put some ice on you cause you got a car.
The wrestler known as Test tried to cheat to win by putting his foot on the ropes to help him seal the victory. But as most refs should, he was caught, and the ref chewed him out for it. Test was not pleased with this and started to stalk the ref, leading to him pushing the ref into the ropes. A good move, but the ropes bounced the ref forward, and the ref decided to push Test back as a result. When he did, it sent Test into the clutches of his opponent Taz, who got him in a submission hold, causing Test to tap out and lose the match. So, the tag team title change happened because of the ref. Like I said, classic move. Number 8.
Vestida de negro como Kika. Vivía, Dolce Vita. Mi mando está duro, dinamita.
Leche con azúcar. Ella quiere mentira de azúcar.
Owen Hart. There aren't many moments that could top the story of Chris Benoit, but if there was one, it would be the tragic story of Owen Hart. Part of the legendary Hart family and the youngest of the group of kids of Stu Hart, Owen was arguably the best among them. He had all the talent, all the skill, all the technique, and more. There was just one problem, in WWE's mind anyway. He just wasn't edgy enough. While he was superior in the ring, this was during the time of the Attitude Era, where everyone was getting scandalous stories, and Owen wouldn't partake. So they made him a cheesy gimmick character via the Blue Blazer, a luchador. At WWE Over the Edge 1999, Owen Hart was set to enter the match with the Godfather via a harness and rope combination that would lower him from the rafters of the arena to the ring, something that Owen had done before. But on that night, it all went wrong. The hook that held his harness to the rope and tether let go, and Owen plummeted to the ring and hit hard. Officials came in and took him to the nearby.
I don't know what you think. He knelt to the ground and pulled out a ring and said, "Marry me, Juliet. You never have to be alone. I love you." And that's
Wanna see some real ass? Baby, here's your chance. I say left cheek, right cheek, drop it low and swing. Texas up in this thing, put you up on this game. I be parking my frame, gang, 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 gang. If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain. Please don't give me hype. Write my name in ice. Can't argue with these lazy bitches, I just raise my price. I'm a boss, I'm a leader. I pull up in my two-seater, and my mama was a savage. Nigga got this shit from Tina, I'm a savage. Yeah.
Classy, bougie, ratchet.
She got hips, I got a grip for a lot of ass. Don't need to add more. I know it's sweet, I like that. I got word that is wet, well, let's drown.
The ref's elbow. Okay, there is one thing better than a corrupt referee getting the business, and that's the refs getting their time to shine with the blessing of a wrestler. During one match, a referee had gotten roughed up during a match, and The Rock decided that since his opponent was done for anyway, to let the ref get some satisfaction by doing one of his signature moves, the People's Elbow. Except this time, it was the ref's elbow. How electrifying. And there it is. A look at the times that referees got involved in matches and fought back against those that tried to put them down. Can you believe some of the things that the refs did during the wrestling matches? Which of these was your favorite moment, where he literally changed the game because of his pipe bomb and various other vignettes that he did during his run? But most people agree that he was at his best when doing a heel gimmick, such as one time that he was put into a match with referee Scott Armstrong. Punk was the champion at the time, and he tried to straight up humiliate Armstrong, but after a smack to the face, Armstrong had had enough. He straight up punched Punk and then did it 2 more times for good measure. This was loved by the fans and the announcers, and while it eventually would turn CM Punk's way, Armstrong did at least show that refs aren't punks. Number 6.
Pop Gronkowski in WWE?
There, bless her heart, tried to do her job and stop him. It was awkward, but eventually she got told it was okay and the sequence continued as planned. And it was a good sequence. Again, can't blame the guard, but it does show that someone didn't inform her enough to let her know what was going to happen in the match. Number 2, ref. I know from a certain outside perspective, the referees in WWE and other wrestling promotions may seem pointless.
Watch the wrestling on YouTube link in our bio.
Other than kill, and thus it makes the list. So here's the thing. When it comes to a WWE show, whether it's a house show, Raw, or SmackDown, or a PPV, the fans are a big part of the show. But one of the most important rules that everyone has to follow when you're...
Number 5. Over the ropes. One of the reasons I make sure to note that wrestling is choreographed and not fake is because there is a lot that these athletes have to do in order to make sure these matches shine. Not the least of which is flips and lifting people up onto their backs, which isn't as easy as you might think. Anyway, there is a former wrestler known as Mark Henry who's
Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for similar content. See you in the next one.
In the world of wrestling, it may take